What is going on, everyone? Badger here. Should have liked and sub, and let's get into this. Assassin's Creed Shadows had all the controversy in the world. You're talking to someone who had, up until at least Mirage, where I checked out, I had 100%ed every single Assassin's Creed game, including a 200 plus hour playthrough, like 240 hours, and everything was said and done for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm tired, boss. I'm tired. Assassin's Creed Shadows, look, Ghost of Tsushima is the Assassin's Creed game set in Japan that we're going to have to settle with. It plays like an Assassin's Creed game, and if you pretend Jin Sakai is an assassin, then for all intent and purposes, it is. Assassin's Creed Shadows, unfortunately, it ain't the one. All the controversy under the sun from the announcement of Black Yasuke instead of Yama Tamaguchi, the Shinto monk that we were going to get, and it's only gotten worse. And we've gone over it multiple times. When it launched, it hit 45,000 that first Friday-ish, and then it hit a peak, as you can see here, of 64,000. This is not good. I don't care what they try and tell you. And there's a lot of obfuscation trying to say that, oh, no, this is great. This could have been 200,000 on Steam, and it still wouldn't have been great. And they can say, oh, well, it's Ubisoft Plus, and they are, because, yes, we come to find out that 2 million people playing your game, if that is, in fact, true, does not equate to 2 million people who have bought your game. So still hasn't cracked 70,000, and now we've got more than one, but in this case, particular analyst saying that no, this is not. If we had all the employees from Assassin's Creed and Ubisoft saying that they needed this to be a win, that remember they delayed it for that month because Star Wars Outlaws was so buggy and the stealth was broken and the animations were broken, that they delayed it a month because this needed to be a win. This couldn't just be mediocre. It needed to be amazing. And then it released, and it's just as buggy as Star Wars Outlaws, and it is not going to be a win. So we saw this bit right here where they say 2 million players. We're thrilled to celebrate this incredible milestone. Assassin's Creed Shadows has now surpassed the launches of AC Origins and Odyssey. Thank you. Now, of course, they don't mention that in AC Origins and Odyssey, it wasn't available on all platforms the way it is with this one. So right there. They also didn't have the Ubisoft Plus service that someone could pay $15 and play the game. So right there, that's a little bit of ingenuous commentary. To our players, you can see here, they said Assassin's Creed Shadows has been out for nearly 4 days now. We are truly overwhelmed by the incredible support and enthusiasm we've received, with very positive player reviews on Steam and a 4.795 rating on PlayStation and a 4.5 rating on Xbox. And your hundreds of messages, the reception has been nothing but heartwarming for the team. Now, shout out to Hayden Wayne on Off the Hip yesterday, who was going and looking at the achievements unlocked and the trophies unlocked. And look, those are, you people go like, well, that's not everyone. Those are the people that use those sites. Like, right, but the people that use those sites are achievement hunters. They do it to make money, to make guides so that people and normies watch them. They have barely unlocked this, so not exactly looking good. Most of those people get early access. It's not looking great when you look at the actual data. You can see here they're talking Ubisoft trying to indicate that this is great because of the Ubisoft Plus, delivered the second highest day one sales revenue in the franchise history behind Valhalla. Shadows marked Ubisoft's best day one launch on the PlayStation Digital Store, with the most wish-listed Ubisoft title of all time, even though on Steam it was number 37, and generated over 11 million hours watched on Twitch. The strongest start for any recent Ubisoft title, including Valhalla. PC represent. This is where they're trying to downplay Steam. I saw a lot of people in the comments on Twitter saying, "Oh well, Steam doesn't count." Of course it counts. PC represented about 27% of total activations, which likely encompasses full sales and subscription downloads via Ubisoft Plus, with Steam playing a significant role in that performance. Yeah, so when you ask for the numbers, they're going to tell you Ubisoft Plus digital download. That's where the numbers are going to point to. So this is that games analyst here, Rice Elliott, excuse me. Early metrics suggest Assassin's Creed Shadows is not the silver bullet Ubisoft needs. Ubisoft announced 2 million players, not that 2 million copies sold. So saying Shadows is outperforming 2017 Origins and 2018 Odyssey there. Players is a bad comparison, though. It's obfuscating things. It doesn't take game sharing on PS5 into account. There's a system level workaround that lets PS5 players share games digitally with a friend. Same thing with Xbox. You add it to a friend sharing plan. Like Great Dead Pulio, very rarely have to buy a game because he's got a friend with a sharing plan. If one buys it, the other one can play it. Right there. Ubisoft's multi-game subscription, Ubisoft Plus, didn't exist in 2018. Exactly. For $18 a month, depending on where you are, it's $14.99 or $15.99. Ubisoft Plus now lets subscribers play new Ubisoft games, including Assassin's Creed Shadows on PC and Xbox at launch. Alinea Analytics data shows Assassin's Creed Shadows sold 1 million copies across PS5 and Steam that day, with 711,000 on PS5 and 288,000 on Steam. Well, the show ain't over yet. 1 million copies is nothing to sniff at, and the game is also available on Xbox and Luna. The early numbers sadly do not reflect the smash hit Ubisoft really needs. Given the scope and development time of Shadows, it's almost certainly not even broke even. Well, I would assume so, because as we see here, and then he does note that Steam sales data that it's sold as of now 1 million. They need 10 million minimum to break even. And how do we know that? Mr. Norman the Conquest, who poo-pooed this, their own fucking executive producer, Mark Alexis Cotier, says when you look at who succeeds, at least in the AAA space, of which Assassin's Creed Shadows is, or at least it proclaims to be, more traditional kind of AAA games, you have 10 games in any given year that will sell about 10 million copies. Cote then explains, the reason I'm quoting the 10 million copies mark is from what I've seen and how I've seen costs, our costs, so specifically talking about Assassin's Creed games and the cost of competitors and everybody, because everything leaks. He estimates that 10 million copies, give or take 2 million, is what you need to break even. So let's estimate on the low mark. That means they need to hit 8 million copies just to break even, and they've barely sold one. When you look at how it's tracking, no, they're going to lose money. They're going to lose a lot of money. And mark my words, this is probably the last full release Assassin's Creed game we get from Ubisoft. They're probably going to have to sell that property off. God help them, because they're not doing well with it. Have you played Assassin's Creed Shadows? Have you seen the buggy ass videos that, no, they're not mods, they're actual buggy gameplay? It's embarrassing, especially when they delayed it specifically to try to avoid it. How embarrassing. Anyway, let me know what you think about all this. Be sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you.
Well, bye.